everybody, this is Felicia, and I am going to talk a little bit about some of the books that I have read. I am basically reading quite a few books at a time. I take turns with each one of the books, and I try to read as much as I possibly can. I try to find as much time as I possibly can. I rarely watch TV now, and I'm rarely on social media, so the only time when you probably see me on social media basically is when I am probably doing my videos, adding my videos, checking my Instagram account. I don't do TikTok that much anymore, but hey, it is what it is. So I just try to find as much time as I can to read. I love reading. I've been reading ever since I was little. And if you know, I've talked about this on my channel before. I started reading when I was really, really young, and it was comic books that interest me when I was just a wee little bitty, and I used to read the comic books and things like that all the time. And then I got into Greek mythology, and then I got into basically Aesop's fables and Arabian Nights and stuff like that. Next thing you know, I'm reading fantasy, I'm reading adventure, I'm reading some romance and things like that. So I kind of took back and forth, but I'm enjoying doing this channel. I am doing this channel because I do enjoy reading. I've been reading for a long time, and I was kind of debating on whether I wanted to do a kind of like a book review and make that part of my channel. And I figured, you know what, why not? I'm going to give you my honest reviews about some of these books, and I'm going to definitely let you know if it's worth the time, and I'm going to give it a rating based on some of my criteria, I should say. But it's something that I came up with, so I hope you enjoy this, and I really hope you get something out of this, because like I said, I'm revamping my channel and things like that. So the very next video, we're going to be talking about probably planner stuff. Who knows? There might be a combination of both. I really want to show you my reading journal, so I think I should basically start off with that. So once again, I hope you enjoy the channel, and I hope you get something out of it. You guys take care and enjoy the book reviews. Hey everybody, this is Felicia, and welcome to my channel. And I am going to give you a Techo Kaigi update. I put up a Techo Kaigi update where I talked about the Sterling ink planner being part of my 2025 Techo Kaigi. Now, I already bought the planner. I'm not going to send it back, but it's not that I don't like the planner. I just don't like the way they handle their business. The planner is from Sterling Ink, and it's a common planner, it is fine and everything and all that other good stuff. But what happened was there's supposed to be a freebie that's supposed to come with these planners. The site did not specify that you had to order a regular planner. I ordered an undated planner. And because I ordered an undated planner, I didn't qualify for the freebie, but nowhere on their site did they say anything or mention anything about that. So just be careful when you do order from them. Make sure all your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. When a company does that, and I know it's a small company, it kind of raises suspicion as to their resources and consistency. Being a business owner myself, I know exactly how important it is to keep consistency amongst your customers. So just a thought on that. I probably will not be showcasing the planner throughout 2025. I'll think about it and I'll see, but I might not be showcasing the planner for 2025 due to the fact that I don't want to promote a company that is not being consistent with their customers or being that way, even though it's a small thing. But it's the small things that count with customers. Trust me, it's the small details that count. So I just thought I'd give you an update on that. So I'll let you know how I feel about it, and I'll also let you know what progresses and what my thoughts are later. Right now, I have been thinking about it since I put the video up, and I'm not sure if I want to showcase someone's planner who is not being honest and consistent with their customers and treating all their customers the same. And I say this, and I don't say this lightly, because there was an unboxing on a channel, and I had to rewatch it to make sure where they did not order the planner and they still got the freebie. So, and they even mentioned it was a freebie. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Anyway, so on with the book review. So the books that I read was 3 of them. I read, the first one I'm going to talk about is The Spell Shop. And one of the reasons why I'm talking about The Spell Shop is because The Spell Shop is about an introvert who experiences adventure, who experiences romance, and who experiences a belonging, and who also experiences a tremendous amount of, I would say, self-talk, like negative self-talk on herself, and always expecting the worst out of the outcome. So the main character is, I think it's Kyla. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right, but it's K-I-E-L-A, Kyla. And she is a librarian, and she works in the major city, and she has had her face in a book and herself into books all her life. And she slept and ate and everything else and took care of the books inside of this library inside of this big city, where it was run by the elite, the rich. So the rich were only allowed to have access to these books that contain these magic spells that could help a whole entire society, and they didn't want to share. So it starts out with the library getting on fire. It starts out with her and Kaz. Kaz is a talking plant, and I like Kaz a lot. Kaz is funny, he's sarcastic, and he doesn't hold any punches with Kyla, and he just lets it roll. He doesn't hold any punches with anybody, and he gets very annoyed with Kyla because she can't make her mind on whether she likes her neighbor or not, who turns out to be the nicest guy in the world and who likes her, but because she's such an introvert, she never really gives him a chance in the beginning. You know, she's always suspicious of him and calling him nosy and intruding in her business. It's just really funny. That it's just hilarious right there. Not realizing that the man is just being nice, you know. But anyway, so the whole islanders, all of the islanders finally become friends with her. She becomes friends with them. And then a lot of stuff starts happening, and it's just really good. And as far as that's concerned, the only thing that bothers me the most was this negative self-talk so much on Kyla's part. The book was written really well. It was a slow to medium read. The tropes, I'm going to give you that. So it was a slow to medium read, and so the genre is fantasy and romantasy. The tropes is introvert. She's an introvert. Theme: isolation, belonging, love of books, found family. Tone: melodramatic and cozy, but a little annoying. Like I said, the pace is slow to medium. Let's see. She thinks that she can get away with being alone on this island because she is an introvert, but she found out differently, that there are people out there who are nice and who are willing to be nice neighbors and also give you your space at the same time. So she finally does find that out, but I'm not going to spoil it because it does get kind of cool and adventurous and very cozy, and I like that. So I gave this book a 4. I wanted to give it a whole 5, but like I said, I was annoyed a little bit because the introvert thing and the adventure and the romantasy and all that at the same time, it was just kind of a little bit of a conflict for me. So basically that's what I gave it. This book is by Sarah Beth Durst, and that's pretty much it. So now the second book that I read was it was an audiobook, and it was by Sunny Houston, and it was called Summer on Highland Beach. The genre for this one is historical fiction, romance, tropes, secret relationships throughout the whole entire book. You find out about all these secrets. It's so good. Sunny did it again. This is the 3rd book in her series, because I read Summer on Sag Harbor, Summer on Sag Harbor, Summer on, I forgot the 3rd one, but I read all 3 of her books. I'll put it on the screen there. And the theme for this book is classicism, because it's about a lot of African Americans who live in the Hamptons, and it's called the Black Hamptons. and they have a lot of money and status. And so we've got classicism, complex relationships, devotion, family, friendships, grief, identity, love, privilege, sacrifice, and self-love. So there's a lot of that in there, and the trigger is suicide in this one because that is mentioned in here. Let's see. That was a medium-paced book. It was really nice. I loved the whole entire thing. The tone of the book was emotional, and it was passionate, and it was romantic. So it was a really good book. I enjoyed it. Olivia is the main character in this book, and she talks about how she's trying to connect with her father and her long-lost father, who she just found and her, as an adult. And one of the biggest reasons why she didn't know anything about her father is because her grandmother, who happens to be one of the richest women in the Hamptons, she had it arranged to where they wouldn't be together, her mom and dad. So it's that kind of stuff. There is a little bit of mental health issues mentioned in there as well. So you'll find that out. A lot of family drama, though. It's just typical family drama. So, all right. And so my favorite book out of the three that I read here was Bewitched by Laura Felicia. Very good book, medium to fast-paced, adventurous. Let's see, the genre, fantasy, romantasy, tropes, the usual enemies to lovers thing. Not like other girls thing, because she's not, and miscommunication. The tone, romantic, adventurous, and intense. Theme, complex relationship, and belonging. It was a great book, awesome book, and I gave that a 5 stars. I gave Summer in Highland Beach 5 stars as well, so there you go. So Celine is the main character. She is trying to get into the most famous witch coven, and she has to jump through a couple hoops, and she has to obtain a familiar, and the familiar she obtains is a Black Panther. But how she obtained this Black Panther is all about this. It starts out with some adventure with a plane and the crash, and then she wakes up this thousands of year old guy where she crashes at. His name is Memnon, and he's supposed to be this good looking dude there, but he's annoying as heck, because he keeps thinking that she's his long lost love from the thousands of years ago, and she put this spell on him to put him to sleep, and she keeps saying, I don't know anything about that, I don't have that problem. One of the biggest reasons here where I think she might be, and was giving me the idea that she might be his long lost love, is because she cannot remember when she loses some of her memory every time she uses some of her powers as a witch. So she keeps everything written down in these books, and so that way she could remember everything. So, but what annoys me is Memnon. Oh my God, and he keeps saying the same thing over, and she keeps telling him no, no, no. It kind of reminds me of the book by Janine O'Reilly, How Does It Feel, where she kept saying no, 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 I'm not an assassin, and then we find out something later differently, and no spoiler on that. But yeah. Hopefully I didn't spoil that one if you haven't read it. So this is a really good book. It's a really good book. That one was. But I read that one last year. So, but yeah, it was good. And so I gave this book, because of the action, and it's nonstop action. It'll have little bits of quiet, and then it'll have something happen. Little bits of quiet. So it was really well written. I would say Laura did a good job with this one. It's the first of this series. I'm going to be reading the next one, which is Bespelled, and that's the second book of that series. So I just thought I'd get on here and tell you that I love that book. That was a 5-star read for me as well. So that is it, you guys. That is all I have. I'm going to leave you with some pictures from my job with some music in there, no voiceovers or nothing. But I hope you enjoy this few seconds of this peaceful time that I had in the woods doing archaeology. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and peace.